The state of being an artist right now on the internet looks to be a little bit rough. We have two stories to get into, one about Etsy and one about emergency commissions. So this first story is posted by Twitter user AMA underscore A93. I'll just call them A. And they write, "Don't open an Etsy shop." The graphic reads, "Why you shouldn't open an Etsy shop, a cautionary tale." It's a cute little comic with a drawing, and there is a page the character is holding that reads, "Etsy won't reply to my emails, so I'm making a stupid Twitter comic." And this was posted March 12th. They write, "Long story short, in July 2024, I opened an Etsy shop to sell some keychains and it went well, featuring some cute little doodles of keychains, them shipping orders, and getting a bunch of sales and 5-star reviews with them crying happily." The next slide reads, "The only thing wrong was I didn't get paid, even after everything had been shipped out and mostly received by customers. And when I reached out to ask if there was a problem, all I was told was somebody would look into it." And the associated doodle is them looking very confused. Then the next page reads, "I thought it would be fine, but after selling some leftovers, my shop was abruptly suspended." Apparently, someone filed a case against me for not receiving a package that just got picked up by the post office 20 minutes before that, and Etsy settled the case before I even got the chance to settle it myself. They attached some proof as well, and you can see Etsy support redacted opened a case for order number, and this was on 12:45 p.m. Then you can see the same time Etsy support left a comment. 2 minutes later, Etsy support writes, "Your case regarding order number redacted is now closed." And here you can see again, it reads bottom up, right? You see, here's the proof. Shipping label was created by USPS September 28, 2024, 12:57 p.m. Then UPS picked up the item 2 days later, September 30th, 12:27 p.m. And they opened the case September 30th, 2024. So they ordered it on September 27th. A day later, the shipping label was created. So the artist, because I've had my own little small business, the artist creates the shipping label. And then I didn't sell physical items through Etsy, I sold it through Shopify. But Shopify would give me a shipping label, and then when I print it, it will tell the customer that I printed the shipping label. And then here you can see USPS picked the item up 2 days later, September 30th, 12:27 p.m. And literally the chargeback was filed, or the support was opened 18 minutes after USPS picked up the item, or literally 3 days after the item was ordered. And you can see here's the proof, right? It was ordered September 27th, 2024. Global postal shipping shipped on September 30th, and it was shipped to the Netherlands, and the seller is in the US. Okay, first off, also, people refund packages for a whole myriad of reasons. Like when I had my shop, people would be refunding packages for the randomest reasons. I don't know. It was just a little frustrating sometimes. It is something you deal with as a seller. To open a case about not receiving a product when you live across an entire ocean and a whole continent away from the seller you are buying from, and you didn't pay for express 1 day overnight international shipping, which costs hundreds of dollars, then make it make sense, because that is not adding up to me whatsoever. But they drew a little graphic where the customer says, "I didn't receive my package yet," and Etsy says, "Okay, here's a refund. We're also suspending this shop, lol." A writes, "I filed an appeal and I get a response after 4 minutes saying it was denied and my shop was permanently suspended. By the way, they said, quote, a specialist will carefully review your appeal details and account history," end quote. And here you can see September 30th at 1:02 p.m. Eastern time, the appeal was submitted. Literally 4 minutes later, no joke, the appeal was denied. And the artist follows along with some comics. By the way, please follow this artist and check the comics out. Like, the art is so cute. It sucks that it's such an unfortunate scenario this has to unfold on. Etsy, what the fuck? This is absolutely absurd to have a 4-minute review where then somebody shut their shop down because somebody in the Netherlands didn't get their package 3 days after they placed the order. Again, I could maybe understand if you paid for overnight international shipping and you didn't receive it, then it's like, bro, I paid for this. Where's my overnight? But aside from that, there's no excuse. Since then, I've tried to reach out through email, the only way to contact them directly, and on here, and I haven't gotten any meaningful response. To this day, I still don't know what policy I violated. At this point, I just want to get the money I'm owed and get it over with. But wait, it gets worse. I went to check my 1099 tax form, and what do I see? Etsy has reported my income on the form, nearly $5,000, when I still haven't seen a single cent from it. Now, please tell me how I'm supposed to pay my taxes on money that I haven't gotten. So, by the way, if you guys don't know, a 1099 is a form, and Etsy will typically give sellers a 1099K, but it is a form that if you are self employed and you sell products on a website that takes third-party transactions, so PayPal or Stripe, then at the end of the year, they will send you a 1099-K form that will list the amount of money you have earned during that year. So this case, it would be 2024, and you would have to pay taxes on that. So yeah, it is absurd because they're listing it on the form, right? As this is money the seller has earned, which is like, I guess technically true because they earned the money. They just never received the money because Etsy still held the money. How is that legal for Etsy to take the money like that? By the way, if you're an artist or a content creator and you want to know how to file your taxes, I'll have a video on my second channel, which is like where all my educational videos live now. So I'll have a video up there if you want to go check it out. If the video is up by the time this video is up, I'll have a link down below. But I'm not a licensed CPA, I'm not a financial advisor, but I filed my taxes as a self-employed content creator for the last 3 years. And so far, the IRS hasn't come for me. So hopefully the stuff that I tell you is correct. A continues, to Etsy support, if you're reading this, can you just please give me any information at all? Preferably before April 15th, which is the date that your taxes are due in the US. Literally anything other than, quote, somebody will reach out to you, end quote. And yes, I have checked my spam and trash folders. Thanks. Anyways, that is it. My last resort before getting a lawyer is me throwing a fit on Twitter in hopes of getting an actual response from a human. Thanks for reading. By the way, if you bought something from me on Etsy, don't file a case in protest. It will only hurt me more. Then they tag Etsy and they write, everybody telling me to get a lawyer. 1, with what money Etsy took from me. 2, I'd rather avoid the hassle if I can. And yeah, guys, I'm just telling you right now, it might be really, really easy for you to be like, hey, just get a lawyer. Guys, lawyers are expensive. You can get a lot of times a 15-minute free consultation with a lawyer, but afterwards they bill you on the hour. And I've had to hire lawyers before, and it's like the hundreds of dollars per hour, like $300 per hour, like $350 at the cheapest. So exactly what small artist is gonna get this money, right? Unless you're already rich. And then on top of that, if this were a situation that would then go to court, the amount of legal fees that it would end up costing to take this situation to court will cost astronomically more than the $5,000 that is being disputed here. And you might be like, okay, but like, you can put it in the lawsuit that, oh, the loser will have to pay the winner the amount plus the legal fees, right? Which is fair, but you still need the legal fees upfront. So that would still require them having an upfront amount of thousands of dollars to pay for the legal fees. A bunch of people in the comment section actually were also stating to take Etsy to small claims court. So small claims court, from my understanding, again, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not an attorney, but it's a way to sue for smaller amounts of money. So from my understanding, every state has their own limit as to what their small claims court allows, but you're actually not typically allowed to have attorneys and you represent yourself in small claims court. So it does, kind of get rid of a lot of the hefty legal fees, which is one of the options. I do think, though, making a little case on Twitter where you're making a comic to kind of promote your thing is actually really effective because not only is it free, public support is a very, very big thing. And when you garner public interest to back your case, it actually will a lot of times help drive the other person, the company, whatever, to take action in a situation they normally would not have taken action on. Also, by the way, a bunch of people seem to not have reading comprehension. A bunch of people are talking about, wow, you must be rich selling $5,000 worth of keychains in 1 week. And A writes, quote, you made 5,000 in a week, end quote. It literally says July to September, but okay, help me, nobody has reading comprehension anymore. By the way, again, I don't want people hating on the artist for the amount of money they have made. I feel like a lot of times when artists are trying to like plead their case in situations online and people find out how much money they make, if that person deems it to be more money than their art is worth, then people get really fucking weird about it. Guys, don't be weird. Please be normal. Can we just acknowledge whether you deem that to be a lot of money or not for an artist to make, right? Here is an artist who was doing their thing, selling keychains, and if everything played out the way the artist said, right, then there is a scenario where we have a customer overseas who ordered something and 3 days later got upset they didn't get their order and filed a claim. So fault on the customer for doing that because what? And then Etsy, for some weird reason, just resolved the claim in 4 minutes and permanently suspended their shop. Because why? Etsy, make it make sense. So I really, really hope Etsy can take action and step up because that is not freaking okay. Especially with all the AI bots and stuff on Etsy. Like you'd think that their customer service and stuff would be better than what it is right now. It's honestly been on a downhill for a really long time and it makes me really sad because I've been selling on Etsy for a hot minute now. And this is the second situation about emergency commissions. This is posted on Twitter by Celestia, who goes by the Twitter handle Rotlia, writing, can we not do this? This post is to support those who are in need. For people with medical bills, surgeries, bills, debt, a device breaking what they need to have, ... You get the gist. Just say you're selfish and move on. SMH. And this was in response to a tweet that Celestia made looking for artists who have emergency commissions open, stating, let's support artists who need help. Here we have Celestia in conversation with somebody named Inara, and Celestia writes, "Are these emergency comms?" And they write, "Yes, I need 2 more reviews to be verified," referring to being verified on VGen. And Celestia says that's not an emergency. An emergency commission is when somebody has to pay off medical bills, debt, etc. Trying to get verified on VGen is not an emergency. And then they absolutely switched up, writing, "Okay, my cat has also given birth to 3 kittens. Would you like to help the 3 kittens, please?" I hate it when people try to do a good thing, like this was such a kind thing to do, making a call out for people who are offering emergency commissions for people to support, and then bad actors come in and just do something like that. Look, don't send hate to that creator. At the end of the day, right? They're gone now. I mean, the reply was hidden, doesn't exist anymore. It's just so gross. Like, I personally, and I would love to hear your thoughts, guys, but I am somebody who really, really doesn't like pity marketing. I just find it really annoying because, like, pity marketing, like, oh, I need to get verified, please commission me. And I'm not talking about emergency comms, like, obviously, if you have like a situation you need to pay for. Like, I've paid for people's emergency commissions because I want to support. I'm talking about, like, I need 2 more reviews to get verified. Please, please, please commission me. Like, that's not life or death. That's not, I need this to survive. That's, ooh, woe is me. If let me get verified. That is just something I wanted to share because that was wild. But to wrap this all up, with the situation with A, I will have them linked down below. Please check them out. At least give them a follow because their art is really cute. I am so sorry this happened, and I really hope Etsy takes action with them soon. And the final one, again, don't send hate to any parties involved. All right. If you guys like this video, I appreciate it if you like and subscribe. I said this earlier, but I am going to Japan and Korea, so I will be gone for 3 weeks. I will still be filming when I'm there, but if my setup does look a little bit different, that is why. I'm on vacation. And yeah, check me out on my Etsy. I sell digital assets and stuff there. And I also have a coffee where I have free resources for streamers and content creators. My video on taxes, by the time this video is uploaded, it might not be uploaded yet, but the tax video, whenever it's uploaded, I will have it linked down below. And I also stream on Twitch 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays at 6 p.m. PST. I hope to catch you guys there or in another one of my videos. Peace.